Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Recording has started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. It's time for a movie review. That's right. DC has given us another offering, this time Blue Beetle. So, you have myself, Phil, and of course, you know she has opinions, Miss Lilith Hellfire.
Hey guys. I'm so sick of
Spoilers! Spoilers? I mean, alright. Well, I guess we can get into this, but
Yeah. No offense if you like this movie. I mean, the movie's serviceable. Like,
it's not.
everybody's like, "Oh, it's a nice movie," and I'm
That's
just like,
that's
okay.
that's the thing. It's not bad. It's
not great.
it's funny on the drive home. I'm asking my son Luca, who's 10, who doesn't have a dog in the fight. I mean, he'll tell you if he thinks it's bad or he'll say it's good. I said, "Did you like the movie?" He goes, "I don't know."
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the correct answer.
I know, like during some of those fight scenes with like the Cord goons, he's like, "This reminds me of Call of Duty."
Wait a minute, you let your son play Call of Duty?
Oh, he just started recently with some of his friends.
I mean, it's worse video games. It's not like it's GTA.
Mm-hmm. He's just shooting his friends. He's not beating up random hoes. Come on.
Good point. I don't even know where to start. I've never been a fan of Jaime Reyes' Blue Beetle. Just being real with you, like I never thought that was the right way to go for a Blue Beetle. Like, I think we should have taken it all the way back to the original Blue Beetle and like set that as a JSA to bring Aldous Hodges and all the other JSA that we set up for Black Adam. But of course, this isn't connected to anything. No matter what James Gunn says, I know because of the budget that this movie's not going to make its money back. Therefore, it is not going to get the other two movies that he said it was going to get.
I think
James Gunn is a liar, and we cannot trust him.
I think that was just damage control saying that, because I mean, look what happened with The Flash. People are just like, "Oh,
no, that's not what happened with The Flash. What happened with The Flash is that he doubled down on it. Yeah. Said, this is going to reset my universe. I think it's a good movie. So right then and there, we should have known James Gunn was full of shit.
They probably backed up the money truck and said, "Yeah, say it's part of your connected universe. People will go see it."
And so this one really isn't connected to anything. And it's a shame. Not that I would really want this to be connected to anything, because it's a step above. I feel like it's a misstep that they made him a college student, but I guess they kind of had to because of Shazam
that's
being kind of the teenage hero right now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because like I haven't read a ton of Jaime Reyes either, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
He's always been younger, yeah.
I was like, wasn't he like high school and not like college, and yeah.
So that's also another misstep. I think it's crazy that, this movie was actually supposed to be out way before, because if you notice, usually Blue Beetle is from El Paso, Texas, and in the comics just recently, the most recent run, they changed it to Palmyra City. And that, like, because of the movie, not because of anything else.
Oh.
So that just tells me that this has just definitely been in development hell for a while. Well, it's supposed to be an HBO Max streaming movie like Batgirl. And they were like, you know what? Screw it. Let's try to make our money back and put it in the theaters. And I think that's definitely what's going to hurt this at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Some of the thing, I mean, I'm probably weird, but one of the things I do like about when movies do this, which I liked about this, is like when I don't know a lot of the people. So I'm not just like, oh, hey, that's Affleck in a Batman suit. So, I mean, the only ones I really were familiar with were Susan Sarandon and George Lopez. So.
Yeah, I feel like George Lopez took me right out of it. I was like, why couldn't he be the dad that died?
Oh!
Listen, I like George Lopez well enough, but it's like, it's a little too on the nose that you're trying to cater to the Latino community, you know what I mean? By putting George Lopez in there, and then Becky G is the voice of Khadijah,
Yeah, I
So
mean, I think they kept him as the funny uncle because he is the professional comedian and stuff.
yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the end of the day, I feel like okay, that's predictable. But he should have been the dad that died. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, but yes, I mean, I saw some superhero tropes in here, including the Uncle
It's
Ben
giving
trope.
Iron Man, like
Well, again,
everybody else is saying.
I mean, that is this version of
It's
Blue
a fair
Beetle,
comparison.
but it's basically a cross between Iron Man and Venom. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Big Belly Burger, full Big Belly Burger logo, everything. Jared Ordway said he did not get paid for the use of that. I would say
Oh.
him, and a couple other people invented it in the '80s for Superman, so I feel like that's such a shame.
Hmm.
There was I don't like that DC is coordinating so much with Burger King because they have like a Blue Beetle burger, and I'm like, that's more of a Spider-Man thing. Because Spider
Yeah.
Man had the Ghost Whopper all the
Yeah.
last two movies, so I was just like, it's weird that they're. But I guess McDonald's really wouldn't do a blue bun anyway for anybody.
No, well, I think McDonald's is in the Disney bed, so you know.
Well, they're gonna want to come out of there pretty soon, if you
Well,
ask
yeah,
McDonald's.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I always forget like, oh, Carl's Jr. would have done it, but not everybody has Carl's Jr. or a Hardee's, so.
So and then I think we knew this, but I guess all the other superhero movies are pushed back because I didn't see one preview for another superhero movie.
Not even Aquaman 2. Interesting.
No,
No, I think they're gonna get Aquaman 2 out of the way.
you think?
It's not related to anything. The Amber Heard thing. They need to just go ahead and burn that.
Yeah, but
I say that what they should have actually done was made this the theatrical release and then made Aquaman 2 for streaming. But
oh
that's just
yeah.
me. But they're definitely trying to get that money,
Oh,
their money's worth out of that Aquaman 2. I mean, Jason Momoa still has his fans, especially after that Fast 10 movie. So there was like a resurgence and an interest in Jason Momoa, so I can totally see it.
but yeah, no, it's still saying December. So for
Yeah,
Aquaman,
no, it's just too late to change that now.
I know, but I didn't see a trailer for it. Usually, yeah, if there's any Marvel or
Well,
DC,
well, technically like 4 months away, so
I don't know.
they didn't even really start showing Blue Beetle stuff until like June, like after the Flash was done. So I mean, they don't really have a big marketing budget after all the Flash. The Flash took up most of the marketing budget, so I wouldn't expect to start seeing it until Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a preview trailer in September or middle of October, but like I really wouldn't expect to start seeing stuff till November just at this point because Warner Brothers Discovery is just a mess and the marketing budget is just out of the window. So
But I know it's hindsight and everything, but had they not done, connected Flash to the Snyderverse, and had they waited, and had they gone with someone other than Ezra Miller, you know, and maybe did, if you want to try to tackle the audience, like a younger audience, like you did with this, and if they just would have did the Flash fresh right now, right after the show, again without Ezra Miller, maybe it would have done better.
it just wasn't a good script. Like 10 years and
Well,
this was
yeah.
the best that you could come up with. How many directors, how many writers, how many people were
Well,
in and
yeah.
out as the Flash and stuff,
I,
like
I mean, this joke's gonna date me, but yeah, you see all the layers of whiteout on that script. Yeah.
no, definitely. It's crazy. So like, I feel bad for Blue Beetle, and I feel bad for like the Latino community because like they're like, oh, if Blue Beetle doesn't do well, looks like you might not get any more, and I'm just like, there aren't really that many more, but whatever. And it was kind of like I said, it was kind of weird that they tried to make Ezra's Flash like part Hispanic, part Latino, like his mom. I was just like, what the is that about?
Yeah.
So it's just like it's kind of like weird.
Yeah, because
So
some
it's
of
just
the
like you can't ransom a whole community into watching your movie because it's like okay that leaves a bad taste in their mouth.
oh yeah, well I saw people saying, oh, if this movie doesn't do good, yeah, it's because it's too ethnic and stuff, and then people,
I'm like, babes, if you're a millennial or a uh what is it? Gen Z. George Lopez raised you on Nick at Night. I
yeah,
don't know what to tell you. So that's clearly boomers talking. Clearly.
and again, it's like that doesn't hold water. I mean, how much money
It's
did they
not
make?
ethic at all. I'm just like,
And how much money did they make off the first Black Panther? Come on.
well, that's a little different.
Well,
To be
then
fair, that is a little different. And Black Panther is a much more known character and has a lot of like cultural and historical significance.
what
No shade to Jaime. No shade.
it, yeah, and they did tie that movie into, oh hey, you better watch this before Infinity War. Yeah.
Yeah, it had a purpose in the universe that it was in as well. But black people are just gonna show up and show out regardless. Like Black Panther was like I said, it was like a whole cultural thing where it's like, like come on, like very few people know Jaime Reyes. That's all I'm saying. Like I kept forgetting that this movie wasn't a joke. Like I just like remember you're like, oh yeah, we got to do that Blue Beetle.
I told you,
like,
yeah.
I literally was like, I don't believe it's a real movie, bro.
What was it like Tuesday? What was it like Tuesday or Wednesday this week? I was like, oh yeah, I almost forgot. I guess I got to go see Blue Beetle this weekend. Oh hey, when should we record this episode?
So yeah, it's just like
Because again, the advertising
I
wasn't
just
there.
didn't believe it. I'm just like, they're doing a Blue Beetle movie in the middle of all this turmoil. That is so rude. But again, I always feel like Marvel and DC, DC more or less specifically, is down for performative wokeness, where it's like, well, see, we tried, but yeah, you didn't give it its best opportunity to succeed.
Mm-mm.
I mean, yeah, it broke Barbie's four weekend run, but like again, it was in its month. You know, like okay, you beat Barbie movie. Barbie made 1.22 million, billion with a B. You know,
Yeah.
like it
Well,
was time. It was time for Barbie to get off her pedestal. You know what
yeah.
I
I
mean?
mean, Barbie's been out what?
What's even out? Like the Strays
Yeah.
and like
And again, how long's Barbie been out? Like a month
like a
at least.
month, exactly. So it broke that whole thing, and it made decent money. Like right now, its international total is like 44 million, which is a little under half. I think the budget was like 104, but minus like plus marketing, which they never let us know. So I don't know. I don't know if it's actually going to make its money back.
Yeah,
But I don't expect sequels. I really don't, unfortunately.
I thought I saw something between 100 million, 125, something like that.
No,
Yeah.
it's like 107.
Okay.
Like I said, marketing you'll never know the budget for, but like I never saw like a full trailer. Like I know it's out there somewhere, but they kept showing like the little 10-second trailers. That's the only ones I've ever seen.
I saw one in the theater a few times. Again, I saw a couple TV commercials, but not a ton. Not like The Flash.
Yeah, I stopped paying for YouTube Premium, so I was totally expecting to see like the 2 minute and 35-second long trailer all the time, but nope, didn't see it not once.
I told you I didn't see it enough where it was like stuck in my brain.
Yeah,
no.
That's and it's a shame. Like I think it's an interesting character, but at the same time, I think it turned a lot of like actual Blue Beetle fans off because it seemed like, spoilers, it turns out that Victoria Accord is the villain.
Yes.
It's like ooh, babes, read the room. Like
spoiler. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Ted's sister. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like mean to his daughter, and it's a whole thing. And I was like, America's favorite stepmom, Susan Sarandon, is the villain. You should have got Helen Mirren if you wanted a white lady to be the villain. Oh no, like from if you're a Fast and Furious fan, you totally understand that reference. No, like she plays a baddie. Like if you've ever seen her in Red, like she plays a good baddie. She does. Helen Mirren is amazing. Yeah. But like I said, Susan Sarandon from my generation, America's stepmom. What are you doing?
And then that like mid credit scene or whatever. I mean, spoilers. It's like, oh, Ted Cord's still alive. It's like,
you do know who that voice was, and who technically, if they do ever get a sequel, is supposed to play Ted Cord, don't you?
Who?
Jason Sudeikis, which I think is absolutely goofy as fuck.
I don't know what it is. I cannot give you a specific reason, but he rubs me the wrong way. I don't know.
Jack Krasinski, yeah, those two. I don't know what it is.
I like
loves them, but I'm just like, ooh, I don't know. I get the ick.
I like Krasinski, but yeah, Jason Sudeikis for some reason has always rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, it's got that punchable face. He does. It's like him and Zach Galifianakis. A couple of them give you the ick and just like the punchable face thing. So it's like, yeah. But I was kind of bummed out when I found out that was who the voice is, and technically, if they do the sequel, that's who's gonna be Ted Cord. And I'm like, can't we just give Brandon Roth that? I mean, really? Because that's who it was actually supposed to be before they're like, nah, you can't use it.
And it's like we have to work backwards, where it's like, okay, we're going to start with the newest Blue Beetle and work our way backwards. We even mentioned Dan Garrett.
I know, which, okay, cool. It's like, oh, you're finally putting those Charleston characters to good use, I see.
That's what I'm saying. At least they're trying to make some money off those Charleston characters, all the Blue Beetle
stuff. A Charleston character, and I feel like that's
Peacemaker.
Such a shame. Yeah. But it's like, oh, it's not really connected, because it would have been cool for Shazam and Blue Beetle, especially since they're both kind of like, well, and see, that's kind of, they lose the charm of Jaime not being a teenager in that aspect for me, but again, it's not connected, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But that would have been cool to have like their actually own little Charleston like universe kind of collide together, but doesn't seem like we're doing that either. But I heard we might, they were supposed to do Captain Atom 2 Like they were really trying to use all the characters, but like
Mm.
they can't because they're in a mess right now. But I thought the movie was cute. It was funny. It was about family, which is what the best DC movies are kind of about.
Yeah, no, I like.
Shazam, like I said, is one of my. It's in my top three, and this movie's like in my top five, and it's about family because that's what holds it together.
Oh yeah, we know Little Flake's movies are about family. Fast and Furious. But no, I like the family. I thought they were all cast well.
Granny with the Gatling gun, you just got me right there. I was
Oh
like,
my god,
yes.
that's gonna be you in like 40 years, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, mwah, yes, I love it. It was like I love the family.
Mhm. But we got our Uncle Ben moment.
Of course we had to.
Did they do that in the comics with his father or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, so think we just cinematically we needed our Uncle Ben moment, I guess.
Everybody needs an Uncle Ben. Again, that's modern comics. Nobody can just, hey, I got some cool powers. I'm gonna do some good because that's how my family raised me.
Exactly.
Like that's such a disservice. It's a
Mhm.
bad message to send to children too. Quite honestly,
Yeah.
you're only invested if something bad happens to you. You can't just be a good
Personally,
person for
there's
the
something
sake.
yeah, something unless
Exactly.
something personally bad happens to you.
Honestly, the way society is, I think everybody's kind of taking that Batman approach to heart. And if it doesn't affect me, I don't care. But so help me God, if it affects me, I'm gonna bring down all my vengeance. Yeah.
That sounds practiced. All right.
Swear to me. There,
Batman's a
punches
fat.
him.
Oh, Ray. Oh, that's what I need.
Batman's a fascist.
I
Yes,
need
we
that
all know.
dialogue. I need that George Lopez dialogue to send to Ray, just to him saying, Batman's a fascist."
I mean, honestly, Ben Affleck's all day, every day.
Oh, the Ben Affleck Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I thought that the fight scenes were kind of a little cookie cutter, copy paste.
Mm.
And
And
the
again,
suit looked absolutely kind of ridiculous, honestly. Like,
I
it's
mean,
just, that was a suit that was just always going to be hard to translate to live action.
yeah. Especially the nature of it and everything, and like Luca made the Call of Duty reference. I mean, did some of the fights look like video game?
Yeah, but it's to be expected. I mean, look at the freaking Flash fight scenes with
Well,
Zod. Those were
yeah.
bad too. I mean, have we actually had any good CGI in the DC universe? I don't think so.
I don't think, but and again, this had less
And
budget.
even Marvel's suffering from that too.
Well,
So
yeah. Well, this had less budget than the Flash though, too, right? So that probably didn't help it, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was kind of like, I mean, not to give anybody post traumatic stress disorder, but I was giving Green Lantern.
Ooh, burn. But no, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like when I saw the budget, I was like, wait a minute. I mean, shouldn't this thing be more CG heavy because of that suit and
Well,
stuff?
again, it was supposed to be on HBO Max for streaming.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a eyebrow raising thing that they decided to push it to a theatrical release, knowing that the CGI budget wasn't good. But again, like I said, it's performative wokeness. Well, we tried. You guys didn't pay enough money, so we could just keep making white guy heroes. Sorry.
Well,
Which it's like.
yeah, but is anything they're pushing out making money? I mean, even when they do the white guys, I mean, I don't think they're making money with the white guys these days, are they? DC.
No. I mean, neither's Marvel though. Let's just be fair.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Again, but did Ant-Man really need a fourth movie or whatever the hell? Did
I
it need a quadrilogy? I don't think it did.
was that 4 or was that 3? Wait.
Was it 3? Oh yeah, it was 3. It feels like
Yeah.
4.
I mean, it's always hard to tell because they show up in other people's movies and stuff. But yeah, I mean, can you imagine a world where Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man got 3 movies?
Oh, I'm living in it. I'm fuming. I'm fuming. And the only good one was the third one. You can fight me in the comments.
What, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1 and
Oh,
2
so
are
you like 3?
garbage.
Okay.
I mean, 3 is better than the other 2.
Well, yeah.
Because it's about Rocket Raccoon and animals. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Of course Lil's going to like that.
Uh,
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I found this movie okay.
yeah. Again, that seems to be the general consensus. I saw some people online saying, "Oh, it has a lot of heart." I saw multiple people saying, "Oh, it has heart. It has heart." So is that like a
It
nice way?
has spine. It has spine.
Is that the nice way of people saying it's the little engine that tried?
Exactly. And I like didn't like the take on Carapax. I was like, oh, it's a person who gets involved. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They did mention OMAC, and I'm like, okay.
OMAC, yeah.
Well, Jack Kirby definitely Jack Kirby's estate definitely didn't get no money for that.
No, I mean that's been so bastardized over the years. I mean, between
Yeah.
Infinite Crisis and everything, yeah.
So yeah, I don't really know how to even talk about this movie because I just feel bad. Like it's a good enough movie, but like the timing is just not it for it.
And was like this time of year for a release the best window? Probably not.
No.
No, it's probably
I
is it?
mean, well, I mean, it needed to be a summer quote unquote blockbuster movie because that's just kind of what DC does, especially when
Yeah,
it's not like a mainstream.
like I know not here, but I like people are even saying like in other parts of the country, kids are going back to schools. You know, it's
Yeah, it's about like yeah, it's about August 1st. A lot of schools start going back, just depending on
yeah.
the schedule for it. I personally didn't go back to school till like after Labor Day because that's
Okay,
what makes the most sense.
yeah. Around here, they usually go like the week before Labor Day or
It's like why
some
would
of
you
the
take
school
a break
before that.
immediately when you start? That's
It's there.
but you know some teacher unions are just better than others, and it's fine. As I've learned.
Yeah, it's a wild west out there. Hey,
Like I said, Victoria's the villain was kind of lame.
yeah, yeah, because it's like without Carapax, it's like what did Susan Sarandon have besides like
She's just a Karen, bro.
exactly.
Like so it like that was like that's I told you that was my biggest like worry. I'm like, why would you ever cast Susan Sarandon as the bad guy?
She's the
Why?
ultimate. Well, it's like you didn't even have her like physically do. You know, she didn't shoot anyone herself. She didn't do any. You know, it's all just like snapping her finger. She was
She
a
was doing
Karen.
the Betty Brant. It's fine. It's okay to do the Betty Brant, but like if you're gonna be the main villain of, I want to see you get your hands dirty.
Hmm.
I was hoping for another like secret scarab that she had or something, and you know, I was like, oh no, just
Oh,
her.
that
That's
was.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, you could have her. Yeah, have her suit up and then just have a stunt double do all the fighting.
Yeah, or even just a mocap, and they can just put it in
Yeah,
post. But yeah,
but
it's just the choices.
just pull Robert Downey Jr. Once that helmet closes, man, he goes on coffee break. You know.
No, he goes on a snack break. We all know he goes on a snack break.
Oh yeah.
So apparently the kid Zolo was from like Cobra Kai. I never got around to watching Cobra Kai,
I didn't watch it either. Mm-mm.
but also yeah, so that should be a good solid fan base. I hear the Cobra Kai fan base is rabid. So
Yeah,
I think this movie has to grow. We have to see how it does next weekend, honestly, because I think this is going to be a word of mouth movie.
yeah, and I could see it being like a cult classic. Like if it doesn't do good in the theater, like once it hits streaming, I could see a lot of people.
Yeah, like I said, nobody was leaving for a DC movie. It's a heat wave in most parts of the country too, and
And especially like a DC character, like if you're not invested in the comics, you may not have heard of.
yeah, you're not invested in the comics. Nobody's invested in the DCEU/DCU right now. They're not going to be invested into till Superman Legacy.
Hmm.
That's when we know definitively that's when that universe starts. So like, why would we even get invested in anything?
Which I mean, it's a shame because, like I said, I like the casting, like the whole family. I like
Yeah,
Jenny.
and this was
Yeah,
like purely. This is like the director was Latino, the writer was Latino, the cat like that. It was so
yeah,
cool just to like have them be able to authentically put stuff in without having to worry about like a white director or a white writer not
yeah.
getting it. You know what I mean? And so like a lot of that stuff is very comes across as very authentic, very true, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, I just always want. I mean, I'm so pessimistic anymore. I just always wonder if like they sabotage these things from
I
the
know
inside.
they did.
From the inside, then they're like, "Oh, see,
I
this
mean, we
this
all
Tesla stuff
know
doesn't sell."
Zaslav is a racist piece of shit
Who?
who runs DC.
Oh,
Well, who
okay.
runs Warner Brothers Discovery? We all know he's kind of
Yeah.
a trumpet. If you know, you know.
Mm.
That whole thing, and the decisions that he's been making, it just seems very self sabotaging. But at the same time, Disney is kind of self sabotaging too. So it's kind of like I don't know what to make of this. I don't know
Yeah.
what to make of it.
Is it? I
I think
mean,
this is what I mean. It's like I don't think that anybody who is like at the age of like catching Alzheimer's should be running anything. The country,
no,
companies, freaking retire. Let
no.
people a little bit younger do the job.
That's like a meme I saw online the one day. It looked like a political sign, and it said anyone under 70, 20 for 2024.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole thing. So it's just like, yeah, it's just we
I
need
mean,
to get
how
just fresh new management everywhere
you in your
across the
seven
board.
you in your 70s or 80s? How
Like
invested are?
that one lady, that one senator that keeps falling and she's in a let her retire.
Yes.
Term limits, term limits. Sorry, no. Oh, this is only for Noel.
Yeah, I know. And again, it's like how invested is someone in the future infrastructure if they're
I don't
70
want
or
somebody
80?
that's closer to having witnessed slavery or even a civil rights movement for that fact. I don't want anybody that fucking close to it running my country anymore. You've clearly run it into the ground. It's time for some new blood. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like the same thing with Studio Execs. Everybody's super old, super ancient, and set in their ways, and they're not making the best decisions because they have this thing in their head that women-led movies aren't going to make money. I don't want to make those, but we've proven that they can.
And even when stuff's successful, they don't get that. Like I saw, was it Randall
Well,
Park?
Lightning Can't Strike Twice is Wonder Woman got
Well,
approved.
no. I think it was Randall Park made some comment somewhere. I don't know if he's on
Oh,
the
of
red
course,
carpet.
it's always Randall Park.
Yeah, he said. Well, no, he said something like, they take the wrong message from this stuff. It's like, oh, hey, Barbie did good, so they go, oh, hey, we need to
Polly
make.
Pocket. Yeah, no, I know.
We need to make more toy movies, and it's like, no, 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 no. Maybe you need to make more female-led movies.
Exactly. Well, no, they're gonna do Polly Pocket, and I'm like, who is even attached to Polly Pocket like that? Whatever. And it's Lena Dunham, and I'm just like,
Oh, I thought they canceled her. Wow, yeah.
see, even if you know that, why don't they know that? But anyway, yeah. So they do definitely take the wrong lessons, again and again, like the multiverse. Everybody's kind of, and everything doesn't need its own cinematic universe, and everything doesn't need a multiverse. Let's calm down. I'm just sick of superhero movies. I
I,
think at the end of the day, especially DC movies, where it's just like the stakes are just like non-existent.
again,
It
I
should have
mean,
came out last summer, to be perfectly honest.
that's
It would have
true.
had a chance. It
That's
would have had
true.
a chance.
You know
Everything
what?
after the Flash is just dead.
You know
Everybody
what?
knows that.
You know what would have been the perfect window for this? Like right after once like COVID started, restrictions started lifting, and like the first superhero movie out the gate was Blue Beetle. I think people would
And
have been like,
allegedly, it was kind of ready back then. Allegedly.
I mean, people would have been like, you know what? I'm ready to see a superhero movie. I don't care what it is, just throw it at me.
Yeah. But honestly, to be quite honest, even the theater industry hasn't really come back from
No.
pre-pandemic levels. Like, well, I don't think we'll ever see that again.
Well,
To be
again,
perfectly
between
honest.
comfort and laziness, people are like, you know what? If I gotta wait a little bit and I'll just
Yeah,
watch it at my
the
house.
window's like what, at most 90 days.
Yeah, when you shrink the window to the release
Like,
window too, yeah, it's like, oh
like
hey,
it's not like when we were like kids. Even like when I was a kid, it was like a year for a movie to come out on like DVD or VHS.
yeah,
And then it became 6 months, and now sometimes it can be 30 days if a movie's that bad.
exactly. Yeah, if it disappears from the theater that quickly,
Yeah. So
yeah, because I
yeah,
think,
I'm more likely to wait. Honestly, if I didn't have to do like a podcast, I
yeah,
would
me
just
too.
wait.
That's what I was gonna say. If I didn't have to podcast, especially if it was only like a month or two, I'm like, yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, it's like unless it's like I said, unless it's like a movement and I just feel like moved to do so.
Yeah.
Like with Barbie, I definitely wanted to go and do the Barbenheimer meme and everything like that. But like this one, I was just like,
So I think the Flash is already out digitally. I don't know about Blu-ray,
yeah,
but
it's out
digitally, it's
digitally.
yeah. And I think Spider-Verse might even be out. Was it September? Maybe. I mean, and that was a good one.
Well, Sony knows what the fans want. See
Oh,
listen, when it comes to the Spider-Verse, the animated Spider-Verse with Sony, I don't know why they can't take those lessons and apply it to like live action. Like I don't know what's going on over there, but like yeah, they know that like they like okay, I think this is as much money as it's gonna make. Bada
yeah.
boom, bada bang.
And again, I mean, with these superhero movies, you know what? I ain't worried about quantity. Give me quality.
Yeah, what's the last quality movie that I really like fell in love with? I don't know. On the Marvel side, we have to go way, way back.
I mean, I know
Iron Man 2 maybe for me.
I was gonna say the last thing that I could
No, I
watch
mean
over.
Black Panther. The first one was good. The second
Yeah,
one was all right. Yeah, I say Black Panther. I won't reach all the way back to Iron Man 2.
and I,
Black Panther.
and I know you won't agree with me, but like Infinity War and Endgame, I can watch those over and over.
Really? I
Yeah,
mean, you know the twist, so it's like
I know, but still, I like them. And again, love it or hate it. I mean, Lil, 20 some movies, and they culminated in this big, huge.
yeah, they should have took the hint and
I know,
redid it.
yeah. You know what? They shouldn't have kept. They shouldn't have just kept rolling. They should have took a break.
But you can't when every movie's
I
like
know,
making $1 billion.
but
Why would you
especially,
quit?
but that May 2019. That's when Endgame came out. if they would have known, it would have been like, oh no, COVID, we're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
Perfect time to take a break.
I just feel so bad for this movie and this cast. Like,
Yeah, like I said, I love the whole family.
yeah, it's just such a shame that DC's being such a bit of a twomp.
Yeah, all the protagonists, I thought they were, everyone was great, cast grades. Everyone performance was good.
Yeah, it was just those action feel, but it did feel kind of like a little too by the numbers. It felt too much like a
Well, yeah,
classic origin story where it's like we've already seen this. Is the only thing that I would say.
yeah,
Like they
and the
really didn't
whole
add anything
yeah,
new to the origin.
and the whole
And
oh, I
actually,
can't.
the origin happened way too quick. Like him getting bonded to the scarab, I felt like happened way too
Well,
quick.
again, the whole movie was what? I think it was like 2 hours.
127 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah, a little over 2 hours. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you got like I said, you had all the tropes. It's like, oh, I can't control my powers, and no, hey, I got the Uncle Ben dead
And
father figure.
their house blew up, and I'm like, what is this? The Fast and the Furious?
I know. I was like, damn, they're killing the father and blowing up the house at the same time. I'm like, wow. Step,
Yeah.
step on his nuts while you're at it. Jeez.
I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure.
They were whipping him in this prison.
Yeah. I can't say I even have a favorite character or anything like that. Like I said, the family's cute, but like nobody like nothing really like stood out to me because again, it's
Yeah.
all been done before. I've seen it all before, like way too many times at this point.
What about Jenny Cord?
She's cute.
Yeah, I mean, you buy her as a CEO now.
No, not at all. But I also didn't buy Felicity running, Oliver's company. So
And again, I mean, I can see it's realistic enough where it's like, oh hey, every other blood relative is dead, so of course it's gonna take
the
over.
board would not be happy. I mean, it's basically a war company for the board would not have it. That's all I'm saying.
But again, that's like an Iron Man trope where it's like, oh hey, the company used to make weapons. Now we're not gonna make weapons.
Bullshit. They're not gonna let you stop making that. Do you know how much money the government spends in weapons? There's no effing way somebody's gonna let you do. Quiet as it's kept. Wayne Tech still makes weapons, okay, and not just for Batman. Hate to break it to you, kids. That bat suit's made of blood money, babes.
It's all mercy bullets. Come on. Mercy because it kills you right away.
Exactly. So take.
I mean,
it's cute. It's a cute
yeah.
thought. I wish the world really did work like that.
Well, I mean, I could see if they do get a sequel where the board is trying to oust her.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the only way they're going to save the day is if Ted shows up. Oh, the reappearance of your father could say it. Save your spot on this.
Again, it's going to be very by the numbers, but it's something we've all seen before. Like, I don't know what superhero movies can do to wow me at this point. Like, I literally don't know.
What was part of the problem too is like they want to start all the heroes young now so they can have like a 10-year or more franchise if they're successful.
Nice of DC to think that that's gonna happen. But,
I know, but is that why it seems like paint like by numbers anymore? Because they want to make everyone so young now.
Yeah, and that's just unfortunate because like, let's be real, like. I think millennials, we barely have money, but we have more money than any other generation that's going to come after us.
Yeah.
So you better start catering to who's got the goddamn money at this point.
Yeah. And again, it's like too. It's like I mean, they weren't painting him as old as it really was, but it's like Iron Man, the first Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. It's like you knew he wasn't 22 years old.
Well, 25, because that's the perfect age.
No, 29. No, seriously, because you're not 30 yet. It's like
no, it's 20. Like no, it is 25. Like what is because like remember when let's not talk about New 52, but everybody was basically 25.
Yeah.
The inverse of 52.
Oh yeah. But
it's weird because they said he was a college graduate, but they kept referring to him as like a teenager in the marketing material. So I was like super confused. Like, is he a genius? Because like Ted Cord is technically a genius with an IQ of like 192.
Well,
Jaime doesn't seem that smart.
Well, didn't his sister say he was pre-law? So what did he maybe only do like a year or two or something? Maybe.
Yeah, and if you actually want to be a lawyer, you don't take pre-law. You take anything but pre-law or criminal justice because basically, even if you get straight A's, they basically rank you as a C. I'm just saying.
I know. What's so weird? Yeah, well, he's wearing the graduation hat, so I assumed he graduated. So wouldn't that mean at least 4 years?
Yeah, at least 22.
Yeah.
like they didn't make it seem like he was super smart. So it's just kind of that's the thing that kind of threw me.
And even if he was super smart, I mean, it would be hard for him to get into like a. I mean, unless he got some big scholarship, because I mean, the family didn't have money, so.
Yeah. Again, paint by the numbers. Let's not explain too much. Let's not get bogged down in the details. Ugh. Yeah, like I can tell. Like I said, I can tell that this script, at least the core of the script, was written at least 10 years ago. Same thing with the Flash. It feels very dated.
Yeah, because I could almost. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it is because of the paint by numbers formula. But like watching this movie, I was like, I wonder if they were gonna do another superhero, and they just kind of stole some of the plot and just put it on this movie.
Maybe. But the
Because
only other movie that was in development when this was in development was Booster Gold. So I don't think so. I think,
well,
like I said, I think this is just very spit it out, kind of like
yeah,
basic.
but yeah, I was just wondering. I was like, okay, yeah, because I thought he was a teenager in the comics. I was like, were they going to do like a 22-year-old Barry Allen movie at some point,
No,
or
no,
no?
no. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel so bad. I do. I feel bad for this movie. I feel bad for the community that it represents because I know how long it took to get Black Panther made.
Yeah.
And we really I mean, I'll be honest, like I did not like Black Panther 2, but like I knew I had to go. Um I knew I had to go was one of those things because Marvel definitely
Well,
advanced
now you
me.
see it. Now you see my pain having to support all these pasty white guys. Come on.
Oh, Phil, they're gonna keep making pasty white guys. You can literally stay home for the rest of your life. They're still gonna make pasty white guys.
True.
Might not get Guy Gardner, but y'all always have Hal Jordan.
Oh, we're getting Hal Jordan. Not Hal Jordan. We're getting Guy Gardner and Guns. Superman Legacy.
Allegedly, we'll see how that
Allegedly,
goes.
yeah.
We'll see how, because everybody's like, "Is he crazy?" Guy Gardner. Like, I remember everybody like losing their shit about that. They're like,
I mean,
all
unless they're
the
doing,
other Green Lanterns you have, you want to go? We don't trust you anymore, James Gunn. We don't trust you.
I mean, unless we're gonna do,
I
something like,
would rather have Kyle than Guy Gardner. Let's be
how
serious.
dare you? But I mean, unless they are doing he's doing some version of like Justice League International, and like we're gonna get like, the guy, the Green Lantern that's safe for have that Batman punch out and stuff.
Okay, that's fair.
Batman, my favorite character.
The chance is never zero, right? I don't know. What else can I talk about? Like, I think the cinematography is okay. I think the music was actually kind of lacking. Like, it didn't have a really good score to me personally.
And like even like all the music, like the regular music they had, it seemed like it jumped all over the place. Like there wasn't like a consistent genre. It wasn't just like, oh hey, it's this era of rock or this or this, or it seemed like
Yeah.
it was all over the place.
Oh my god! Somebody, I forget who texted me. I think it was one of my friends texted me. Like, oh my god, it's giving Spy Kids. And I was like, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. With the wacky family, no.
I know. Oh.
Listen, as a '90s kid, I love Spy Kids. Don't get me wrong, but I was just like, no, yes, in the best way, Spy Kids, yes.
I know. It's just the uncle's driving the ship and then grandma's firing the Gatling gun.
Yeah, they totally raided freaking Ted's stash. And they're in the bug copter, and I'm just like, this is too much. This is too much. This is giving 1930s. It's too much.
And the bug has a fart weapon.
Yes. Oh, I was just looking at the stuff that they actually they did cross promotion with. For some random reason, they cross promoted with Toyota.
Hmm.
The Tacoma pickup specifically.
I was
like,
gonna say, was
okay.
someone driving a Toyota? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the pickup. Yeah.
Well, it's just like, okay. And I think the strike affected it because they couldn't promote it as well.
Well, yeah.
So
That's probably part of the reason why we didn't see as much advertisement and stuff. Yeah.
but everybody seems to like it, and that's good. I feel like if it has good word of mouth, even if it doesn't make its budget back, he might be the Hulk. He might not get another movie, but he'll show up everywhere within James Gunn's
maybe.
universe.
Yeah, but
Just
again,
to
it's
kind of placate people.
again, I'm just like in the middle here. It's like if there is a sequel, I'll go see it, but if there's not, I'm not gonna like
Not if Jacob
feel pumped
Sudeikis
about
is still Ted Cord. I ain't gonna go see that shit.
it. Oh,
Mm-mm.
well, who knows?
Hashtag not my Ted Cord. Somebody get Brandon Roth on the phone and recast immediately.
Hey, maybe James Gunn will change that.
Yeah, hopefully.
And again, I mean, how much time's gonna pass with that strike and everything, and
Yeah, that strike. I mean, they're still
that,
striking.
that might be one of the silver linings of that strike. Maybe by that point, Sudeikis will move on, or DC will move on. So
Yeah, I'm
from
hoping.
from him, I don't mean from Blue Beetle. From him.
Yeah. You know, I'm trying to look at the silver lining, but I'm scared. I'm scared that they're not going to resolve it and we're just going to have AI movies from here to the end of time.
Reality TV.
Oh, God. MILF Manor freaking
Oh my
season
God, I was
2.
telling Justin about MILF Manor last night. He's like, "Oh no."
It's awful. Like, society, we're literally at end of days. I am convinced.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for the day I turn on the TV and there's like, it's like reality TV. Oh, we're gonna behead people. It's like, oh okay.
It's like, is that someone's butthole? What is going on here?
Wow.
Like, I didn't even have to pay for this. What's going? Well, the end of like linear TV is
Yeah.
probably pretty close. But I feel like we need to tell streaming, hey, if you're gonna add ads, I'd rather go watch cable.
Yeah.
Gotta have cable and internet bundled to keep it down. So, just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Dear
Yeah.
Paramount Plus, please put Star Trek on CBS where it belongs. I'm just saying, let's just stop streaming. It's not working for anyone. If you have to put ads on your streaming service, you failed. You're not making enough money. You have failed.
Exactly.
Just like
Exactly.
with movies. Dear movies, take a hint. Maybe let's do, like, you can do a superhero movie, and I think that's what Marvel really kind of got right in the beginning, is like, yeah, it was a superhero movie, but it was also another kind of genre, like especially like with Captain America, where it's like, you got espionage, you got this, you got that, you got a psychological thriller. Like, I'm just tired of from DC, just pure superhero, like, and it's just all pretty much the same.
Okay, and as long as we're ranting, okay, AMC theaters. Why is it every time I go to a AMC movie, I get the same commercial at the end, right before the movie, with Nicole Kidman doing a commercial for AMC? I'm obviously here at AMC. Why do I need to see a commercial of Nicole Kidman doing an AMC commercial? Explain it.
Good to know that AMC is wasting my subscription money with that.
Every movie we see at AMC, the last thing you see before the movie is Nicole Kidman walking into the theater and telling you how movies are magic and
Do you
stuff.
have
And
Regal in Pittsburgh? Regal actually has
yeah,
a better deal on movies instead of Stubbs. Their version of Stubbs is actually better. It's unlimited. Just saying, if you have Regal, use Regal.
I think it's Regal. Not the mall we went to, but there's one in the opposite direction. I think they have the Regal. So
I think you will like the Regal experience a lot more.
yeah,
I have stopped going to AMC theaters a long time ago.
Yeah, if it has a Regal, we went to that one a few times. Yeah, it's
and like if you get the monthly subscription, like I said, it's unlimited, whereas Stubbs kind of limits you.
Yeah, but again, I'm not even complaining about the price. I'm complaining.
No, about the commercial. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like 20 minutes of trailers, and then I got to see Nicole Kidman telling me, "Oh, why AMC's great." I'm sitting at AMC. I'm already here.
Yeah, well, if you're sick of the Nicole Kidman, they don't do that at Regal. Just letting you know. And the price, the concession stands are generally cheaper too.
In her silver,
not paid by Regal, but if Regal would like to sponsor us,
in her silver sparkly pantsuit. Come on, get to the movie.
Leave Nicole Kidman alone, man. She's been through a lot.
Well, that's true.
She's been through a lot. Just like this movie's been through a lot.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I'm kind of bummed. Like, I was hoping to see, I don't know, more. I like, because Palmyra City is like a whole new city within the DC universe. I was hoping to, like, that was going to be a character as well.
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to see, like, Palmyra, like, what makes it different. We could have just kept it El Paso. I think if they would have kept it El Paso, because they did premiere the movie in El Paso.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like, what's the point if you're not going to show, like, you know. I don't know. It's just kind of one of those weird things. Why change it if you're not going to actually, like, make it a character, I guess?
Yeah.
I think that would have also like kind of differentiated him from all the other DC heroes who have those fake cities. Whereas it's like, they should have filmed in El Paso, did they? I doubt it. That would have been cool if they did.
I mean, yeah.
I can't find where they filmed.
Was that the thing? Is that why
they filmed in Puerto Rico.
okay.
They also did film in a little bit of El Paso. See, that's what I'm saying. They should have kept it El Paso, and they could have done like a Blue Beetle tour.
Yeah, but I mean, is that why they changed it? It was like if they don't shoot the whole thing in El Paso, they'll be like, "This ain't El Paso."
Well, everybody knows Toronto's not New York, so
True. Yeah.
If you know, as a 90s kid, 2000s kid, I'm like, babes, I know this. I know Toronto. I know the CN building when I see it, okay?
Oh, even it's getting to the point where I'm like, oh, hey, wasn't the Flash on that street corner?
Oh, yeah, that's Vancouver, babes. That's Vancouver. So it's like, I just think it would have been really cool. But, give back to the community a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say most of that didn't look like El Paso, but most of it was Puerto Rico, so that's why. I don't know. Turns out Carapax wasn't the indestructible man after all, so there's that. He blew up the island, and I was like, you know what? It gave Incredibles, too, when they were on the island. I was just like, God, it's just a mishmash of all my favorite movies.
And it's like, oh, here's his memory. See, he's a victim, too.
We're all a victim of DC. It's okay.
Oh! Burn.
I mean, honestly, we need to start a class action lawsuit at this point against, Warner Brothers Discovery. It's...
Show me on the pop culture doll where DC touched you.
I want to give them praise for trying, but at the same time, they didn't set it up for success. Like, they would never put a Batman movie out in August. Maybe a Superman movie, not gonna lie.
That's the thing. You want to give them credit for trying to do Blue Beetle, but it's like they didn't.
You start seeing suspicious things. Like, did you even want it to succeed?
But they didn't put 100% effort into it. That's the thing.
Yeah. The actors definitely did, but I feel like
the actors did definitely, but I mean
the higher ups definitely didn't go out of their way to make sure that would be in the best place possible.
Just the scheduling and the advertising.
I don't think anybody thought Barbie would do $1 billion fucking dollars. Like, I think that just came out of nowhere. Like,
I think they were hoping.
I said it was gonna make close. I didn't think it was gonna make over.
They were hoping, and then they were like, "Oh yes, look."
They were hoping to make half a billion. Like. So, yeah, I think that a lot of things kind of conspired against this movie, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it did win the box office for its opening weekend. They had allegedly, they had a lot of Thursday preview sales.
Okay.
Allegedly. I mean, I really don't trust box office numbers anymore, so.
I mean, even if they don't come in, even if they don't recoup their budget, at least they can say, hey, it came in number 1.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's going to be number 1 next weekend, too. I don't think anything else is really going to come out to top it.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Anything else? I think we're kind of done for the quote-unquote summer. We're moving into the fall, which we're not going to get any really, like I said, I know there's no DC movie until December, which with Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
And no Marvel movies.
Yeah, because the Marvel's going to push back. So, yeah, I think this is the last superhero movie, well, except for Aquaman of the year.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, because I don't think anything big's supposed to come out for a while, is it?
Yeah, I don't think so.
It was so weird because it's like some of the trailers we saw, we got like there was like some kid movies, like there's a new Trolls movie coming out.
Really? Is that the new Despicable Me now? Is that what's going on?
Maybe. Well, the big rumor is now that maybe NSYNC may reunite to do a song for the Trolls soundtrack. So
listen, look, no tea, no shade.
Hey, you know who wants to see those Trolls movies every time one comes out? And let me tell you, it's not my child.
No. Listen, let me tell you a little something about NSYNC. No tea, no shade. Everybody knows JC Chazé, not Justin Timberlake, is the voice of NSYNC. There, I said it. It needed to be said. So if he ain't coming back, ain't no NSYNC.
So JC's the voice, not Justin?
No. If you go and listen to the NSYNC songs, it's JC Chazé on 90%. Justin's just the face.
All right, I just want to make sure I get this quote right when I.
Don't get beat up, Phil. Do not repeat that to your.
Oh no! I'm gonna say I don't agree with her at all. But this is what Lily said.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, he broke out to be a superstar in his own right, but like, actually, the NSYNC group, if you listen to all those songs, Jay-Z Thursday is the lead singer on most of those. Just saying.
But it was so weird. It's like we got trailers for like the Neutrals movie. There's like a Paw Patrol movie coming out. So
Of course, there's a Paw Patrol movie.
yeah, but then it's like the last trailer we got was like it was a horror. What was it? The Nun. It's like the new movie in the
God, I
Conjuring
wish the
universe.
Insidious universe would fucking die, please.
It's so funny. This thing just like pops out and grabs someone, and Luca's like, "I almost fainted."
Okay, I'm gonna go through the movies left for the year. We got The Equalizer 3 coming out up September. I don't know why My Big Fat Greek Wedding has a 3, but that's September. The Nun 2, Haunting in Venice, Dumb Money, Expendables 4. Oh, that's gonna go crazy.
And I think they're trying to like bring in a younger, trying to kind of like a soft reboot with a younger cast.
Yeah, they still got Sylvester Stallone and Jason Statham in it though.
Yeah.
I did not know Taraji P was gonna be voicing Paw Patrol, but okay, good for her. Make
Oh yeah, I saw like a list at the end of that trailer. It was like she's in there. I think Chris Rock maybe. There was a few names on there.
Yeah, it's Dax Shepard. Kristen.
Yeah.
What's her face's husband? We got The Creator with John David Washington. Dix the Musical, whatever that's about. I think that might be my favorite movie. Remind me. For Salty and Patty. We got Saw 10.
Scream it!
Oh, I'm gonna hell yeah.
Wait, Scream 10?
Scream 10. Saw X.
Oh, Saw.
Yeah.
Oh, Saw, not Scream. Okay.
Did I say Scream? I meant Saw. Saw 10. I think The Exorcist remake's coming out in October.
So it sounds like a lot of horror movies. Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be coming out in October. Dune Part 2 is coming out. That's like going to be.
Oh yeah, we did see a trailer for Dune. Yeah. Oh, you know what else is coming out?
The Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's like the prequel. Yeah.
They're making a movie about Thanksgiving. I guess they have to complete the holiday films.
Yeah.
Because they have Valentine's Day, Christmas. I get it.
But yeah, I wonder what the Hunger Games is going to do, because it is a prequel. It's not like Jennifer Lawrence or anybody in it.
Hopefully they keep Woody Harrelson. He was the best thing about that.
I don't know how like far back it's supposed to be. Like if his character's
like
in it.
What happens? I think they might show that.
Yeah, I think it's like the first Hunger Games, so they show you how the whole thing starts. So yeah, so if his character's in it, it's probably gonna be somebody else playing a younger him.
No, they'll just de-age his face like they do for everything now. No, like seriously, they have the technology. They're gonna use it.
Hey, where that
wig? They did in Indiana Jones, which was like the worst.
Yeah, I was gonna say tell Woody Harrelson wear that wig you wore in Venom 2.
Oh no, please don't. It's worse than a Tyler Perry or Arrowverse struggle wig. I can't. Then we got The Color Purple coming out on Christmas. Aquaman, Wonka is coming out in December. Yeah, I mean a couple of things, but everything's gonna flop.
Yeah.
Everything's like a pre-existing IP, so I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, and a lot of it seems like it's like
garbage. It's a garbage dump.
What's very like centric to like certain segments of the audience will go to see it, like the horror fans.
Yeah, we got a good slate for September and October for the horrors. Time. It's been a while. But yeah, nothing like real big outside of Dune. I would say Dune and The Color Purple. Well, I would say would be the two that are they're gonna be really disappointed with Wonka. And ain't nobody I know, and I know a lot of girls obsessed with Timothée Chalamet. Ain't nobody going to see Wonka. Right?
It's like, why do we keep trying to remake this?
It's like trying to remake Charlie's Angels. Babes, its time has come and gone. Let it go.
I don't know. It's just.
And honestly, I think if everybody took a break from superhero movies for 5 years, I'd be perfectly fine.
Or it's like, remember the 90s where we only got like one every 1 to 2 years. I'd be fine with that.
Like, take a hint. The movies aren't making $1 billion anymore. Nowhere near that. I think people are tired of you, bro.
Pick your best Marvel and DC. Pick your best idea, and then have everyone on your team work on that thing. To put out that one perfect movie that year.
Yeah, that's the problem. Nobody's trying to make a perfect movie. Nobody's trying to make a masterpiece.
Well, that's the other thing too. It's like they're probably understaffed, and they're trying to put out like 20 things a year, and it's just
understaffed and underpaid. Absolutely, that is what the writers are on strike for.
Yes, and it's like, here, finish up this and get to the next thing. It's like, no, do one thing and give.
That is definitely the problem, that nobody's trying to make a masterpiece. And that's what I get. Like, when people like Scorsese say, oh, superhero movies are ruining the genre, the cinema experience. I agree. I think people take it the wrong way. But yeah, if you're constantly pumping out the same thing over and over and over again and not really trying to make it that one perfect movie, you're just trying to make it lowest common denominator to the masses to make
Yeah.
$1 billion. It's a different formula. I totally get what they're saying, and it comes across as pretentious, but I totally understand and kind of agree to it to a certain extent.
Yeah, they did some early ones, early MCU. They're like, oh yeah, okay, good, okay. Now we have the formula. Let's get the assembly line going, and we have the
And that's
formula. Just
exactly what happened.
do the same formula every time, and it's just like,
And when it comes to DC, it's like, well, the Dark Knight is, the one that made the most money. Let's go grimdark, and not every
oh
character
yeah,
can be grimdark. So
yeah. They
that's what
really,
it is on the DC side.
oh, they really made the mistake, especially that
Like
Snyderverse stuff.
Superman.
Well, yeah, they're just like, there's like, oh yeah, let's make everyone Batman.
Yeah, it's kind of like the joke of Firefly. If everybody in the ship is Han Solo, what is the point of being Han Solo?
Yeah.
If everybody's Batman, what's the point of Batman?
I love Batman.
So yeah, the studios are definitely learning the wrong lessons, and I just think it's gonna take a bubble. I think we're at the bubble. It's burst. We're not making $1 billion every single superhero movie from Marvel. Secret Invasion did horrible. I think people are finally revolting.
Again, it's like Secret Invasion. It was 6 episodes. Again, the comic, it involved the whole Marvel universe. Here it was basically just Sam Jackson.
And it's like we were all waiting. We were all rooting for Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
It should have been a movie, not a TV show. But whatever.
Exactly. Again, yeah, and
it should have been a major event.
It should have been another Endgame level thing.
Exactly. That's why I was like, why are they doing Secret Invasion so soon? Why is it a TV show?
And if they had done it good, they could have fixed any mistake that anything that they didn't like in the universe so far. They could have been like, oh yeah, that was a Skrull.
Exactly. Missed opportunities. I think that is just kind of where we're at right now, and we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with the next phases of DC and Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to everybody in the movie, behind the scenes and in front of the camera. I think they did a great job. I just don't think that they were set up in the best possible way. I hope to see Zolo again, and just actually the whole family again.
Yeah.
Somewhere, somehow. But like I said, guys, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be getting 2 other movies. I think they'll show up from here to there just to placate the fans, and that's going to be that.
Yep.
Blue Beetle equals Hulk, guys. Blue Beetle equals Hulk.
I know, and then if he shows up in other people's movies, we're probably not going to get the rest of the family a lot. Yeah.
We'll get the granny with the Gatling gun. She was in all the advertisements, so I'm not worried about that. And George Lopez, obviously. I think those 2 would definitely show up.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely George Lopez because he's the name, yeah.
Yeah. Although, I thought George Lopez got canceled a while ago, but I guess he's okay now.
Well, again, some of those people, yeah, it's like, time makes people forget.
True.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, I thought, yeah, that's what I thought I thought that too, that he had some kind of controversy. Was it him or was it somebody else? Wasn't there? I thought it was some comedian. It's like he divorced his wife after she gave him the kidney. He's donated a kidney that he needed or something, or was that someone else?
Oh, that definitely wasn't George Lopez.
Okay. Yeah.
That definitely wasn't George Lopez. No.
Okay. Yeah, but no, now that you say that, I thought George Lopez had something, but
it was a while ago, probably a good 10 years ago, so definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was 5-10 years ago, but he wasn't stealing jokes, was he?
He pissed off. He made an inappropriate joke about this guy named Ralph Barbosa, if I remember. And he eventually had to apologize.
Okay. See, that's the kind of stuff if you make bad comments or something, that eventually time heals all that stuff. It's
yeah.
As long as you don't rape or kill somebody, that
Even then, if you don't.
Well, yeah.
I give it about 5 more years, and people are like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. Harvey Weinstein did his time." That's just the world we live in, especially Hollywood.
I don't know though. I mean, I think they've made a couple trips. They keep dragging him out of prison and putting him on trial for more. They find more victims and put him on trial for more stuff. So, one, people won't forget, and two, I don't think he's ever getting out of prison. They keep just like finding more victims and retrying him.
We'll see. Like I said, it's Hollywood.
Yeah.
He still has money. Don't ever forget that. And we live in America
Yeah.
where
But I mean,
can be bought.
at least Roman Polanski can't show his face in this country ever again.
Oh, poor Roman Polanski living in the south of France.
I
Can't
know.
come to the
I
filthy
know.
states. Oh my god.
I know.
like not being able to come here is not a punishment. I hate to break it to you.
I know that too, but I mean,
yeah, no, I get it. It's not like with Woody Allen, where people still defend him. Yeah,
but
totally.
but again, it's like that's a rich man's punishment. It's like no, there's something you want, you can't do it.
Exactly. That's at the end of the day, yeah. But yeah. Good luck to Blue Beetle. I hope to see next weekend that they've made some more money and that they're still at number 1. And I hope they at least make their money back. I think if they make their money back, it's a possibility that James Gunn will try to do something for the character. But if it doesn't make its money back,
yeah, how about making the money back and a little extra on the top, just whatever
to cover marketing.
Yeah, because again, I enjoyed the cast of this. So
it was fun, but dated. I definitely say get a fresh script. I think they definitely need some new blood.
The story could have used some tweaking, but yes, the cast was good.
Exactly. So yeah, I think we can wrap it up here.
All right, kids.
See you in December, suckers.
No. Next week you'll hear our Brian Edward Hill interview. We already did. So and I'll try to do some interviews between now and then. I'll try to drag Lilith onto some of them, or Justin or someone. Oh, you know what? Oh, we might have a bunch of stuff in December. Aquaman, and then we're talking about doing like a holiday episode or two, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yes, kids, I'll try to keep the interviews coming, and we'll have other stuff to put in here. Hail. All right.
As I said, see you in December, bunkies.
Lilith has to take her siesta now. All right. All right. So, all right, kids. So, yes. Send us your thoughts on Blue Beetle. Again, we do enough shows. We can read it somewhere. So, all right. So, send us all the thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, our Patreon. Help us support this whole darn mess. Subscribe to the Patreon. Join the Patreon elite. Ray, Russell, Justin, and Moz. And as your current reward for subscribing to Patreon, you can get all of Lilith Hellfire's drunken thoughts on Heroes Reborn from the 90s.
We still need an idea for September, so
yes,
not too late.
Yes. Send us your suggestions, everything else. So find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right, Internet Granny Lilith Hellfire, where can people get a hold of you?
Oh, if you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs, be sure to be a meta girly like me. So you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Meta or Instagram or Threads at Internet Granny. That's GRANNIE.
Come on, get your head out of your butt, buddy.
I know it's a Sunday night, Phil.
No. I'm telling them, go follow you. Get your head out of your butt and go follow Lilith Hellfire.
Somebody was trying to sneak it in.
I'm trying to find a clean job for you, but it's kind of hard to do that.
It's so salty.
Or commentary, kids. All right.
Oh, ampersand together.
Okay. All right, kids. Again, keep your eye out. Again, we'll have our Brian Edward Hill interview next week. But until then, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand. Lunatics. We'll get it eventually.
You know what? I didn't need like a pre-recorded either, like Moz or Tristan saying ampersand.
Yes.
One of his children, dude.
One of his legacy characters, yes.
Hey, I mean, you're recording regularly with Moz Manzor now on Full Stream Ahead, so check that out, kids, and Just have him say have him say ampersand on full stream ahead, and I'll cut it out. Just let me know. All right, kids. You know you ain't gonna get a Happy Meal toy as good as Jaime Reyes did.